live?
We're live. There's no fun,
It's like against all odds, I was killing you.
This team thrives on practice, man. That's what we made of, hard work.
Last time I looked, Dion Waiters was supposed to be back for this game against the Knicks. Dog, they're saying that he might not be back till the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean that's we can work with that. You know, we are a team that whatever pieces get plugged in, we have a system that it works. That's been proven. I mean, 2 straight wins in a row on the road. Really went down to the wire against the Celtics in a very tough environment to play in. When they're playing for everything, they're playing for home court in the whole East. So to challenge them down to the wire without Dion, I don't really mind too much if we get him as healthy as possible, get him some nice full court practices, and then get right into the swing of things with the playoffs. It's a 7-game series. He'll have time to catch his rhythm.
One thing I don't like, back in the day, you know, when D Wade would be coming back late, he'd come back, the rhythm would be off, and he'd do fine, but then we'd be like, "Are you cold? You really cold?"
Yeah.
That I feel sorry for you, Stan.
I'm not joking. It's real, dog. I'm not, dude. You were from New York, bro. I was born in Jamaica. That's me.
I was born in New York. I lived there for 6 months.
Well,
I lived in Jamaica for 9 years.
You have a lot more insulated brother than me.
Yeah, but
right?
You got a big furry bush on your head, bro.
It keeps my head warm.
I got a bald, bro. Once your head is warm, you're warm. I got a bald head, man. I should be catching goosebumps all over the place. You got a big parka on you.
Hey, man. It's all good. Here's the thing. A good point with D Wade, but D Wade is a rhythm player. This has been established. Not only that, you got to remember it was a different system back then, my bro. A lot of pick and roll, a lot of isolation. That takes a little more time to get back into the swing of things. Now we have a system based on ball movement, backdoor cuts, several pick and rolls at one given time, inside out game. It's different. I think with the system we have, players, especially players of Dion Waiters' caliber, you give him a couple layups, and I think he'll be good to go, fall right back into rhythm.
Ankles are tricky, bro. You know that.
That's why we keep him out to the playoffs, man. I got no problem with that. You know what I mean?
I just like to have him have a couple tune-ups.
Any sort of thought on how long he'll have to remain in the walking boot, or
That's Erik Spoelstra. He's basically saying, don't ask me about Dion Waiters. We're not waiting for Waiters. He looked annoyed.
If there's anything that rings in my cerebral cortex that echoes Erik Spoelstra, it's we have enough and weather the storm. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard him say that, and it's true. And that's the motto of this team. That's the heart of this team. Whatever is available, we can make it work with hard work. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And his face said it all. You know, we have enough. It's all good, you know. But
at the same time, it makes you think that this dude is not health-wise as we want him to be, obviously.
I didn't get that from his demeanor, from his look, and from the words he chose to use. I got that, look, man, everybody be patient. We're going to be good. He'll be back when he's back. Don't sweat it. That's what I got from Spo.
I've been looking at this crew. I mean, Waiters is so key. You see, we missed that scoring. We missed the attitude.
Are we missing it? I mean, we're kind of rolling, man. He brings a lot of energy and passion to the team, you know, and that always rubs off on your teammates, you know. It's you know what I'm saying? It turns out to be something that is like almost like a motor for the whole team. So I get it, you know. But we have enough warriors out there, man. We got enough soldiers out there, you know what I'm saying, that can hold down the fort. And we've been holding down the fort. So, look, man, Dion, we miss you. Get back. You know what I'm saying? Do what you have to do, you know what I mean? But we're going to be good, man. We're going to be good.
Before we knew how many games Waiters was going to miss, who would get the start? We've been seeing Josh get the start. He's got the defense. He's got the 3-point stroke.
Love that kid.
I thought maybe Tyler Johnson might start.
Tyler Johnson is more of an offensive impact, and if you look around the league, the culture of the league, a lot of these coaches like a player with instant offense coming off the bench, man. Because you got to figure that when the second units come in, one team has to have some kind of player that can get a bunch of points. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Tyler Johnson is that enigmatic player that, you punch him in. Look, man, this dude could be a starter on a bunch of teams in the league, Maybe almost all of them, to tell you the truth. He's that skilled, But to have him coming in the second unit and giving that punch is a luxury that I think Spoelstra is very happy with. You start the game off with a defensive presence. Josh Richardson, look at this guy, man. This guy covers a lot of ground. He's lengthy, he's wiry, he's quick, he's young, he's agile. He can guard the best two guard on the other team or the best point guard. And we know that this team, the league now, is oriented around guard play. The league is so guard oriented with play and maneuvers and all this stuff that you see these big dudes who were considered centers back in the day, shooting threes, dribbling behind the legs, crossing over cats. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So when you have a guy like Josh Richardson, young, a lot of energy, prides himself on defense, long, quick hands, perfect to put him in the starting lineup, set that defensive tone, and then you bring in your boy Tyler,
who
to play that
well
little
with
spot.
Him and James
There
Johnson,
you go,
Johnson
man.
brothers.
Beautiful chemistry, beautiful consistency, flow with this team. The pieces fit together like a chessboard, yo. It's beautiful to watch. It's been a beautiful process of transformation and growth and evolution. And I think we're starting to see the true potential, man. Right in time, too, for the playoffs.
Milwaukee has been rolling. They're 7-3 of their last 10. So they have been rolling, Milwaukee. But if they drop, we could pick up that 6. Right now, we're staring at another Cleveland matchup. Last time we talked about that Cleveland, who you do not want to see in the first round.
Who said that?
You did. It's recorded, so don't even...
Well, you know what? I said what I did say.
What you were saying was these are young dudes, not a lot of playoff experience.
Yeah.
You want Cleveland to be their first go.
Right. I'd rather meet them in the second round. I did say that. I do remember saying that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you like this, straight up and down, yo. I don't think we fear anyone in this East.
Of course not.
Straight up and down.
No doubt.
Cleveland, Boston, Washington, none of them we fear. What I'm saying, fam, is that it will be kind of a first, second run for some of these dudes in the playoffs. Let's wait for them big dogs if we can in the second round. You know what I mean?
Who's the big dogs? Who are you talking
It's
about?
only Cleveland and Boston, man. But
Boston,
I tell you though, don't
Boston a
sleep
big
on
dog for
Washington. Yeah, definitely. They've proven it this year. They got grit.
This past week, we had an Isaiah Thomas who torched us. We had DeMar DeRozan who torched us. There was a third guard that torched us too. Who was that?
I don't know.
We played the Clippers? No.
No. We had
Portland, Lillard.
Yeah, Lillard torched us.
Lillard torched us. So I think a lot of that is Josh Richardson being asked to cover to guard those guys for the whole game with not a lot of let up.
I feel you, but real talk is like in this league, man, some of these guards, if they catch on fire, is nothing no one can do, bro. It's not just Steph and Clay. Some of these dudes, man, if they catch on fire, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened these last couple of games with some of these really great guards we have in the league right now, But like I said, man, playoffs is a 7-game series. It's totally different. You might be hot one day and then you might be ice cold the next couple of days, you know what I'm saying, or games even. So I don't think we fear anyone in the East. I'd rather us not have to play Cleveland right off the jump. But if we do, man, let's roll the dice. Let's see what happens.
One of the things that happened this week was we saw, we had some good games, some really great games. We saw the Heat team pretty much. I would say that we're solid to make the playoffs right now. I mean, you don't want to overstate. You don't want to say definitively we got it, but it looks like we got it, right? And within those games, we battled a lot of adversity, bro. Like, we saw your boy James Johnson dunks that were insane, right?
I'm talking chocolate thunder worthy.
Yeah.
Daryl Dawkins, rest in Uhuru, my brother.
But then you take a look at
Whiteside wins the game! The Heat win it! Their first one-point victory of the season. They'll review it, but it's going to count. Whiteside.
You know, I love Miami.
That boy Whiteside.
Whiteside has developed in this environment, Miami. When he started to come on, they were like, okay, well, he's making the league minimum right now. He's looking for that big contract. He's going to be distracted, he's going to be selfish, and he is not going to be worth the money that the Heat laid out for him. And this dude killed it. We saw the great dunks, of course, from James Johnson, but what do you think about the development of Whiteside? I want to see if you remember this, okay? I always get after you.
There's a lot of THC residue in the frontal lobes, people, so I don't remember all that. There's a lot of purple haze.
I always get
on.
at you for shit
know what I
you
mean?
say, for shit you said. Let's see if you remember this. Last year, was it last year? Yeah. There was a minute where we could have gotten Dwight Howard for Whiteside, and I asked you, would you make that trade? You said, hell yes. And I was like,
It's not coming back to me.
like, number one, because he's not under contract for next year, and we don't know what he's going to give us after he gets paid. Dwight Howard is a proven blah, 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 blah. You got to own that, dude. I know
Check it out, though. No, real talk.
Right
No, dog, real talk. I'll own it. I mean, look, we had a different team last year.
Right.
It was different circumstances. And you would have been talking about two veteran superstars or stars, D. Wade and Dwight Howard. Really good combination, who I still
Joe
think to this
Johnson.
day, honestly, with Joe Johnson, I mean, that's what we're talking about, people. It's a whole
Tragic.
different dynamic. And really, I think that Dwight Howard and D. Wade complement each other. And really, I would have loved to see them play together. I really would. You know, I think they would have been an excellent pick and roll tandem. D. Wade is an awesome pick and roll player.
In all fairness, what you
I
were
can't
referring to-
take that back right now. You know?
In all fairness, you were referring to what you thought was the potential for a championship run.
Exactly,
last year.
that as well too. I thought that would have given us another element at the championships. I mean, Dwight Howard's played in the finals; he's got that experience. But look, let's take it back to Whiteside. You know what I mean? Maybe in a different team, we would have seen that happen. You get paid and you fall off. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it before on other teams, other players, but not this culture, fam. This Miami Heat culture. I mean, look, for goodness sakes, we made Ike Austin a star. Anybody remember Ike Austin out there? Perfect example. We made him a star. He got a contract, went to a different team, and now no one knows who Ike Austin is. You know what I mean? So this is the culture that breeds success. This is the culture that
So the
gets
answer to
potential.
does anyone remember who Ike Austin is? The answer is probably no.
We should probably give out some prizes for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man, is like this is the culture that breeds success. Like I said, it gets the most potential out of players as possible. You know, and it's a credit to Riley, the Godfather. It's a credit to the Harrison fam. And it's a credit to the great players that have graced this incredible franchise. I mean, look, man, this season alone, fam, is a statement on our franchise. You know, a lot of adversity, a lot of challenges, and still we rise. You know what I'm saying? Still we rise.
The rising. So we had, I would say, if you look at the moments this week, we got the two dunks from James Johnson.
No doubt, buzzer beater.
And the buzzer beater from Whiteside.
Yeah.
Moment out of those three moments, which one are you going to give the top spot to?
You know, I'm gonna have to go, man. As exhilarating and as exciting and ferocious as those dunks were,
That's a little Dr.
you know what I'm
Jack
Coach Jack Ramsey.
saying?
throwback right there.
No
Ferocious
doubt.
Thunder.
Yes, rest in those highest places, Dr. Jack. We love you forever. We miss you for real. Real Heat lifer. Dr. Jack, legend. We love you, man. Gotta give it up to Dr. Jack, for real. And yeah, getting back to it. The dunks were phenomenal, man. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw that tip-in go and the camaraderie and everyone just gather around and, you know, it was just beautiful, man. And not only that, it was a much-needed win against a team that's in the same playoff race that we are, the same hunt. It was on their home court. I mean, just a resounding play and just an excellent cap to this week. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give that tip-in my vote.
Let's take a look at that one of those James Johnsons. That's Detroit.
Johnson with 4 to shoot. What a dunk! A blocking foul inside. That's the dunk of the year on James Johnson. Got to count the shot. James Johnson.
I don't even know if the one against New York might have been better than that, man. You know what I mean? It was just
filthy.
Tough. Yeah, but both of them are hellacious, man, but I got to go with the Whiteside.
Whiteside misses the tip. Game for Miami. The Heat win it. Their first one-point victory of the season. They'll review it, but it's going to count. Whiteside.
Look, man, that could be the defining moment. Handful of games left. Heaters out there, you know what I'm saying? And from that tip-in, we got a big win on the road versus the Knicks. We got them.
We blew them out, though. That wasn't even in question.
Yeah. Let's see what we got coming. If we can just ride this out the rest of the year, get a nice streak going into the playoffs, that's what you talk about rhythm. You want to be all cylinders firing. And even though we talked about Dion earlier, if the team is in a cohesive rhythm, we can slowly implement Dion back in and get all the pieces firing on all cylinders. Man, you can't sleep on Denver.
That's a home game.
Yeah,
Sunday.
You know, Charlotte, challenge. Toronto, challenge. Washington, challenge. Woo, fam, it does not get any easier from here, fam.
What are the chances that these three teams play their players?
Woo. Yo, everyone's clawing right now. The only... Am I allowed to say bitch ass on the podcast? Anyway, let me not go there. All I'm saying is the Miami Heat don't rest no players, man. We play ball when ball is time to be played. You know what I mean? We give the people their money's worth, fam. You know what I mean? This is real. This is basketball, dog. This is not, dang, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, yo. It's like, so look, man, we'll see what these teams do the rest of the year. I know we gonna play our squad. You know what I'm saying? We in it to win it. All these teams got something to fight for, man.
Well,
Toronto
doesn't have a shot at
They do. They got us. It's still they got a shot at home court, man. Every single one of the teams in the East is fighting for home court.
Yeah.